Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp, and today we're going to be talking about how those odds have been acting up for the game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. How you doing today, Jordan?
Doing good, Dax. Thanks, man.
All righty, man. Lines makers opened this one up favoring the Niners at 7.5. Since then, that line went up to -8, and in some cases, I found it at -9.5. Now, the Niners, they got swept by the Seattle Seahawks at home, 19-3. The Raiders, Jesus Christ, the Raiders, man, 0-52 that score against the Rams. Niners come into this one 7-5 straight up and 5-7 against the spread. Raiders 1-11 straight up and 6-6 against the spread. I don't know, man. I mean, the Raiders obviously don't have much going for them. They really don't, need to win this game or anything. It doesn't make a difference if they do or don't. The Niners, I know that they need this game, if they want to have that playoff shot. It's just that with the way that they've been playing so far, I don't really trust them, man. I mean, we've been seesawing back and forth. Some weeks I do trust them, against whoever they're playing, and some weeks it's just, the obvious starts to come out. The team isn't playing right. They have key players that should be playing, obviously, a lot better than what they are right now, but they're not showing up. Kaepernick is just, I don't know what Kaepernick is doing. I've heard that a lot of the rumors about the turmoil in the locker room was a bunch of bullshit, and that mostly the players do love Harbaugh. But, he got in a big tiff with the general manager about a week ago, too. So I don't know what's going on, man. I mean, the Niners, 7.5, 7. I don't know, man. What do you think about this game? Where would you actually put your money on? I don't know if the Raiders do have any value at all.
I would not touch this game with my money if it meant nothing. I wouldn't care. There's nothing in the world I think that can make me bet on this game. Absolutely nothing that intrigues me about it. Yeah. I think for the odds standpoint, I think that we've seen the movement. It's moved from a point from 7 to 8. And 5 dimes randomly has it at 9.5, which they do because they have funky lines sometimes. But I think that this game holds zero value to me. Oakland, they won their one game this season. They're probably going to be happy with that, considering that it was San Francisco probably going to win this game, but somehow it's probably going to almost lose it or something like that. And we were talking about it in the Seattle video. With Seattle smells blood in this division. With San Francisco not exactly playing great, and the Cardinals look like could be free falling. The 49ers will probably win here. I just can't. 8 is a tricky line, man, because they could easily just win by a touchdown in this game. It actually could be really low scoring and close for some odd reason. Total's pretty low at around 40.5 to 41. So yeah, there's so much football this weekend that this game really gives me nothing. I have nothing for this game. I can't really bring myself to bet on it. It's interesting. It could be an upset potential, I think, if 49ers just collapse in Oakland. I don't think that's a big possibility, but there's a small chance of that happening. But yeah, I can't. Throw a small unit on Oakland's money line or something stupid for this game. That's about all I can give you for this one.
Wow, could you imagine the Raiders coming out with a win, man? How humiliating would that be for the Niners? I think that would be the last straw, and Harbaugh would be walking out the door after that game, man.
Oh, yeah, if it happened, he could potentially be fired because, as you said, he's already not in the greatest of terms with the front office right now. And after last week getting schooled by Seattle and not necessarily giving you much, really, I mean, we've been talking about, I think, for the last 2 or 3 weeks with this team. When's the last game they gave you any confidence in? You can't name one because even in the wins against bad teams, they were close. Yeah. And their last real convincing win hasn't been since week 1 against the Cowboys. So I mean, what makes you believe that this team has any upside? I can't see it. They are who they are. They're going to finish above 500. Probably could get to 10 wins. They would need to definitely win this game if they want to get to 10 wins. They still have a trip to Seattle, still have a game against San Diego. I mean, those are 2 teams that you think could legitimately have a chance to beat them. So, and then set week 17 against Arizona. So, they know they got to win this game, obviously. But I mean, they got absolutely schooled last week and looked pretty bad. Obviously, that's not going to happen this week. But there's a part of me that just says that this game could be a little closer than what 8 points is telling us. But then again, no way am I touching the Raiders. So this game I'm going to lay off entirely.
All right, let's call it here, man. I think that the 49ers might end up with an 8-8 record for the season. What do you think?
Legitimately, even if they win this game, that could happen. They would have to lose out, obviously, if that happened, if they won this week. But yeah, I mean, I could see them I could see them at 8-8. I think 9-7's a little more. I think 9-7's a little more legitimate. But yeah, 8-8. I mean, that wouldn't obviously not make the playoffs for them. So they know they have to finish, I think, above 500 to have a chance. Yeah. But they give me zero confidence. I mean, the offense, I think their defense is good, obviously, but their offense just really is so inconsistent and hasn't really done much. I mean, they haven't scored more than 20 points for their last 5 weeks, and it took them in overtime to score over 20 points against the Saints in Week 10. So, I mean, with that offense giving you nothing right now to be confident about, I just can't bet on either team with this one.
Yep. Other games out there that we can bet on that we have a little bit more profit to be made of. All right, Jordan, as always, man, pleasure talking football with you, and let's do this again next week.
All right, thanks, Dax.
No problem, man. For SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.